I always have a lot of goodies with me. Grapes, lentil, olive oil, garlic, Uncle Ben's, fresh fruit, risotto, ice cream, spaghetti, some more spaghetti, Lance likes it, some more rice, 3 to 4 hours before the start, he comes down and I prepare him a plate of spaghetti, an omelette, a plate of cornflakes or cereals, and then a lot of bread with honey. That's his meal. Usually I make a nice omelette, you know. I make a nice omelette from, you know. For Lance, I have to make a nice one.
This team has changed really drastically over the years. In the last 2 or 3 years, we've kept it fairly consistent, but there's been a change in personnel, a change in riders, and we've gotten into a place where we're really happy and comfortable, and we think we have the strongest, most loyal, most committed team that we can put together.
I'm a young rider who has no Tour de France experience, so for me, it would be a dream come true to make the Tour team, especially this year, which could be the 6th Tour for Lance. It's an opportunity to be on a historic Tour team.
Cycling is particular in that way that you cannot really measure a performance. There's other factors. There's the experience, there's the form of the moment, there's one is a good climber, one is a good time trialist, one is a good on the flat. So it also depends on what you need, and maybe I have to take somebody who is better on the flats and leave a climber at home because there's 2 weeks of flat stages and there's only 1 week of mountains.
I could feel there is some healthy competition within the team. I think the guys who will go for sure know it, although I didn't tell anybody that they have the selection, and the guys who are in the balance of being selected or not know it also.
I'm sharing a room with my friend who either he or I will make the team. We could be fighting, but really we're friends. We have a good relationship, and we both know that either he or I, or both of us, will be going to the Tour.
That's the dilemma, is, you know, they are everybody's friends. And everybody obviously wants to do the Tour because it's the big show, and it's the best team to be on, so it's obviously going to be hard to make the team. It's always 11 or 12 guys that can be good enough to do it.
I think we're lucky that we have the choice. I see it that way. I would be in a worse position if I have to get the team together to find a strong team.
There's no tension between us about who's going to be on the Tour team, but we're all trying our best to follow Johan's guidelines so that we can be in the best shape possible and maybe make it on the Tour.
It's something that I have learned to deal with. It's now the 6th year that I do this, and every year I have to make people happy and I have to disappoint a few people. And it doesn't mean that somebody who is not going to the Tour doesn't have his place on this team. I think that's very important, and it makes my job easier. I can say, rider number X, I'm sorry, you cannot go to the Tour de France this year. You're good, but I think you're maybe just not good enough. But there's a lot of other races this year, and there's a lot of other races next year, and you have your chance again to prove yourself next year. Other than if I have to say to somebody, you're not on the Tour, and next year you have no job. We are in front of a very important period of the year, maybe in front of a period of, hopefully, history. And it's not easy to find a big sponsor that could replace US Postal.
Hi everybody, let's have a great Discovery welcome for our new partner, Lance Armstrong. You've flown in come from Brussels, taking time away from your training schedule to be with us. And I understand this is the first time you've actually been in the United States during the month of June since 1998. We're not going to tell anyone he's here today, is that okay? We certainly appreciate it.
I think the timing is right. The fact that we can announce, first of all, to the world, but especially to the team, that this program keeps going, that we have found a great sponsor in Discovery, and that we can keep working with the same group of people for a number of years, is going to be very, very important, especially in the month of July.
Discovery is proud to announce a new multifaceted global partnership with Lance Armstrong and members of his cycling team.
It's a reason for everybody to relax mentally and to focus on the objective, which is the Tour de France.
Before I introduce the guest of honor, I would like to recognize the team sports manager, Johan Bruneel, who is, Lance has told me, the best coach in the world. Glad to have you here.
Not having to worry about what's going to happen to them in the future is going to be key. I'm sure I can get 105% out of everybody. If the future would be unclear, maybe I can get 95% out of everybody, because everybody's thinking, worried. So it's very important news.
And now it's my great pleasure to actually introduce the reason that you've all come down here, Lance Armstrong.
Well, I can tell you my son would be very proud of me for standing up here with a T-Rex giving a press conference. Wow. You know, there are a lot of people in cycling that sort of thought that perhaps this would be a magical summer and history would be made and a sixth tour would be won and I would go away forever. And that is an idea. I just didn't want to go away. I still love what I do. I still love the bike, and I'm so thankful the Discovery Networks has come along, and we're so glad to be a part of the team, and we won't let you down. Thank you.
Lance, we wanted to show everyone how great you will look when you clinch your 7th win in 2005.
Let's get through number 6 first, Billy.
All of the Discovery team is just incredibly appreciative that he flew over to have this announcement, because it's important to him and his team. But to us, I can't wait to have him part of their family.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Lance, today, can you assure your millions of fans around the world that you have never used illegal performance-enhancing drugs or techniques at any time during your cycling career?
Well, I hope we can get back to the point of discussing the Discovery Networks. I can absolutely confirm that we don't use doping products. I can also remind everybody here and everybody listening, this is not the first time I've lived through this. I heard it in 1999, I heard it in 2001, again in 2003. It happens all the time. I'm very frustrated. It's obviously distracting 2.5 weeks before the tour. But for me, success is the best thing. And I've gone on the record many, many times and talked about this team and our approach to cycling. And I think that the people that know cycling know that we're the most passionate, fanatical, crazy team out there when it comes to preparation in the right way. We spend more time on equipment and training and legal methods